Hello, so I have here with me a new pen that I got over the 11/11 shopping festival on AliExpress. And so this is a Hongdian 6016 fountain pen. As you can see, it has a metal end, metal cap, and a wooden barrel. And so the inscriptions on the cap are rather interesting. I had managed to kind of figure out what it means. So the first line is the Chinese characters for the 12 zodiac animal signs that cycle every 12 years. And the second row is a cute little illustration of the animals. For example, let's find an easy one to see. This says a dog, and indeed there is a very small little carving of a dog below. And below are other how should I put this, astronomical or astrological signs associated with the Chinese zodiac. So this is just an interesting bit of design there. It's based on Chinese zodiac signs, and yeah, it is still quite popular among the older generation of Chinese and overseas Chinese to um, put a certain significance on the zodiac signs in terms of fortune telling and life prospects. And so it's an interesting design, interesting part of the Chinese culture that they managed to place in this pen. And so if I can get my camera to focus, it's not been very good at focusing now. Okay, you can see the words 蓝天 Hongdian 6016. And so there you have it. It is a metal cap, and when unscrewing the metal cap, it unscrews off. You see a metal grip section with a steel nib. If I can focus, it says 1997, which I assume is the year Hongdian was established. It says 蓝天 and some other names of the companies, I think. 蓝天丽水 Zhejiang. I assume that Zhejiang province is where this company was established, and it says extra fine. And unscrewing the barrel, you see there's an O-ring here. Not sure why there is 4, perhaps to ensure a better fit. We see a standard Chinese style converter, like those you see on Jinhao pens. Right, the camera is a little fickle-minded today. And inside this barrel, can't really see much, but it has a wooden section and a metal end cap. And so let's see how this writes. It's an extra fine nib, but it writes quite broad for an extra fine. So this is the Hongdian 6016, right? Fountain pen. So as you can see, it writes more like a fine than an extra fine. I would expect extra fine to be a little finer than this. This looks to be around 0.5 mm. Extra fine, I would expect it to be around 0.38 or 0.4. And so the ink I'm using here is just a simple Pilot black ink, nothing fancy for this pen. It's not a very fancy pen. Yeah, in fact, I find it looks a little boring. The only reason why I got it is because it was on an extremely good discount on AliExpress. I think it's just slightly over US $12, right? But that was a special 11/11 discount on AliExpress. And so overall, actually I don't really like this pen, mainly because of its design. Rather than its performance. Its performance is nothing to complain about there. I just find that the clash between the wood and the metal is not that it's not to my taste. Another thing that I don't really like about this pen is that the clip is a little uh, it can be twisted out of shape. I mean, it can always be placed back and pushed back in to ensure that it doesn't go off so easily. But it really gives the pen slightly I feel that it is of slightly lower quality, the way it is built. But for the price I got it for, I'm not complaining. And so that will be the end of this review for this Hongdian 6016 fountain pen. And you can consider buying it. It is definitely a good pen and that works well. For the price, it is what you would expect. And yeah, it's just not personally to my taste, but some people may appreciate, especially the interesting cap design.